Okay. Today we are going to discuss worksheet of chapter 7. Okay. I need 2 students who can read the question and answer the question of this worksheet. Let's start with
Can I answer the first question, please?
تركي المجهد
مازن الجدة.
ومازن الجدة.
And I
Okay.
answer.
مازن الجدة.
Turkey read column A.
Okay.
Okay. And Mazen give the answer, give us the number and the term. Okay.
Okay.
Of course, teacher. Okay.
Electrons in the highest occupied energy level of an atom's element, of an element's atom.
Is 3 valence electrons.
Okay. States that in forming compounds, atoms tend to achieve the electron configuration of a noble gas.
8, the octet rule.
Okay. Forms when an atom or group of atoms loses or gains electrons.
11, an ion.
A positively charged ion.
7, cation.
Shows what anions and cations are in an ionic compound and the simplest ratio of these ions.
1, formula unit.
Okay. The force of attraction between an anion and a cation.
10, ionic bond.
The attraction between a metal cation and the electrons that surround it.
2, metallic bond.
An anion formed when a halogen atom gains an electron.
6, halide ion.
So the number of oppositely charged ions that surround an ion in an ionic crystal.
4, coordination number.
Coordination number. A mixture of a metal and at least one other element.
5, alloy.
A combination of element symbols and subscripts that show the composition of a representative unit of a compound.
9, chemical formula.
Excellent. 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 Okay.
You're welcome.
I need all of the students write the answer of this question. If you have anything to discuss it, we will discuss it here. Lower your hands, please. Anyone who have a question? Okay, let's go to question number 2. 2 students, Abdurrahman Al-Jiban, Abdullah Al-Mangoor.
Yes.
Okay, Abdurrahman Al-Jiban, read the question like melting point, and Abdullah Al-Mangoor give the answer of this question.
Okay.
Okay, teacher.
Okay?
Okay. So melting point.
Hi.
Read the question before. Read the question.
Question 2. Underline the word that correctly describes each property in ionic compounds. 1, melting point.
Hi.
2, boiling point.
Hi.
3, hardness.
Hot.
4, brittleness.
Brittle.
Okay.
5, electrical conductivity in the solid state.
Boor.
6, electrical conductivity in the liquid state.
Good.
7, electrical conductivity when dissolved in water.
Good.
Excellent. Mango.
Thank you, Dahan.
These here represent the properties of ionic compounds. All ionic compounds have high melting point, high boiling point. They are hard, brittle, crystalline, solid at room temperature. In solid state, ionic compounds, poor conductors of electricity, and good conductors when they are dissolved in water or melted into liquid. These all right here. The answer is excellent from Abdullah al-Mangur and Abdurrahman al-Jiban. Okay, let's go to question number 3. Okay, I will give you a chance to write the answer, or you can take a screenshot through your mobile. Okay, let's go to question number 3. I need another 2 students who can read and answer the question.
I can do it, Mr. Abdullah.
Faisal al-Dosari and Faisal
Faisal.
al-Abdullah.
For sure, Mr.
Okay. Faisal al-Dosari, you can read the question. Okay. Faisal al-Abdullah, give us the answer. Right
For
or
sure, Mr.
True or false. Okay. First,
okay, let's start.
The question.
Okay. Question 3. For each statement below, write true or false. 1. A positively charged ion is called an
anion. Anion. False.
Excellent.
2. Elements in group 1A lose their 1 valence electron, forming an ion with a positive 1 charge.
True. That's true, Mr.
Elements tend to react so that they acquire the electron structure of a halogen.
That's false.
A sodium atom tends to lose 1 electron when it reacts.
That's true.
In naming a monatomic anion, the suffix IDE is used.
That's true.
A Cl -1 ion is an example of a cation.
That's false.
When a metal reacts with a non-metal, the metal tends to gain electrons.
That's true.
Non-metals form a stable outer electron configuration by losing electrons and becoming anions.
That's false.
The overall charge of a formula unit for a compound is never 0.
False.
Delocalized valence electrons are typical of ionic compounds.
False.
Metals tend to be malleable and ductile and to have relatively high melting points.
That's true.
The group number of representative element in the periodic table is related to the number of valence electrons it has.
True. Yes, true. I think it's true.
Elements of the halogen family lose 1 electron to become halide ions.
False. That's false.
Okay. Anyone you want what?
Can I answer question 4?
Okay, but let's make the false statement true. We will try to make the false statement true. Okay. Here, sentence number 1. Who can read sentence number 1?
Me, Badran.
مازن جدا.
Badran.
Yeah.
Read the question.
Should I correct it?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, so the positively charged ion is called an ion. It is cation, it's not anion.
Yeah, this is the false one. Cation. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Statement number 3. Who can read the statement number 3 and correct it? Mazen.
Statement number 3. Elements tend to react so that they acquire the electron structure of a halogen. False, teacher. It's, I think, noble gas.
Noble gas. This is the false one. Noble gas. Okay. Statement number 6. Turkey.
So a chlorine ion is an example of a cation. We should switch the negative sign to positive.
Negative sign to
No,
positive.
anion. No,
Okay.
anion. It's an example of anion.
Let's switch it to positive.
Positive. Can you
Yeah,
switch
make
it to positive just like that?
No,
with a switch the negative to positive, so it becomes
you change the cations and put it to anions.
Anion.
That's
Okay. Why? Because the chlorine atom, okay, chlorine atom has 7 valence electron. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it is always tends to gain electron and form an ion with negative charge ion equal 1. Okay? So here we cannot change the charge to positive 1 just like that. We can correct this and form an ion. Okay? Statement number 8. Okay, let me first here remove this line here. Okay. فيصل الدوسري.
Yes. Non-metals form a stable outer electron configuration by losing electrons and becoming anions.
Yeah, this is false. How we can make it right? True.
I think by gaining electrons.
Excellent. Excellent. By gaining electrons. Okay. Change this gaining. Number 9. Abdullah Al-Mangoor.
Okay. The overall charge of a formula unit for a compound is never 0. It's always 0.
Always 0. Never, always. Change it to make it true. Okay, number 9. 9.
We already did it, teacher. It's 10 now. We're on 10.
Number 10. Yeah.
Can I do it, Mazen Ajilda, please?
Mazen.
Okay. 10. The localized valence electrons are typical of ionic compounds. False, it's metals. They are typical of metals.
Metal. Okay. Metals. Here. Number 13.
Turkey, Mister. Turkey.
Turkey.
Yes. So it's going. We're gonna switch the lose to gain. Gain one electron to become halide ions.
Elements of halogen family lose one electron to become gain. Excellent. Losing here, gaining. Always metals or metallic bond. Lose, gain. Okay. Let's go to question number 4. Number 4. Badran or Turkey Majid, Mazen, Abdullah Al-Mangoor.
I would like to answer, not to read. I would like to answer.
Abdurrahman Al-Jayban. Are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Okay,
yes,
can you read the question number 4?
Yeah, Badran.
Okay. Mazen, you can answer.
Okay.
Read the question.
Teacher, can you switch the roles? Because Mazen answered the first question. I only read. I didn't answer. Can I answer them and Mazen read?
Okay, you can.
Question 4. Use the diagram of metallic bonding to answer the following questions. Number 1. What is the name of the model of metallic bonding that is illustrated?
It is the electron C model.
Electron C model. Excellent.
Question number 2. Why are the electrons in a metallic solid described as delocalized?
Because electrons are free to move from one atom to another.
Because the
Electron.
electrons are free to move from one atom to another. Excellent.
Yes.
Number 3. Which electrons from the metal make up the delocalized electrons?
Valence electrons.
Valence electrons. Valence electrons. Excellent. Continue.
4. Are the metal atoms that are shown cations or anions?
Cations.
The metal.
They are positive.
The metal. Here, atoms. Here, the metal atoms are represented by what?
Cations.
Metal.
They are positively
Cation.
charged ions.
Cation. Excellent. Excellent.
Thank you.
Let's go to question number 5.
Turkey, Mr. May I answer?
مازن أجل this.
I need a new student. علي فلاطة، بدر الدوسري، فهد البراك، فيصل عبد الله.
I answered, Mr. I answered. عبد الله I answered.
البراك. اوكي فهد البراك.
الو مستر ما يسمعني الاستاذ مستر.
The microphone, Mr. is broken.
فيصل عبد الله تفضل.
Yes, Mr. Okay. Question 5. Draw the electron dot structure of each of the
teacher,
following
can you
atoms.
hear me?
Continue.
Should I answer, Mr.?
Yeah.
Okay, I will annotate, Mr. I will draw. Okay. From Zoom.
Okay. Let me allow you. Okay.
I can.
You cannot?
I can. Okay, I'm drawing.
Yeah. It's not clear, Faisal. First, when we want to write the electron dot structure, yeah, argon, how many dots?
8.
8 dots because it has 8
8,
balanced
Mr.
electrons.
Okay, this your writing is not clear here.
Yes, Mr. Because the Zoom. Okay.
Okay, I will put here 8 dots. Let me.
8 dots. Yes.
Okay, this is number 1.
Number 5. It's number 1.
2. Oh, this is big.
It's very big.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Let me write it here. Argon. 1 dot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. For calcium, just to give
Okay,
me
for calcium. Calcium. Okay.
What is the symbol of calcium?
Ca.
Ca.
2 dots. 2 dots. One at the top and one at the right.
Okay.
Yes, like this, Mister. And iodine. 7, Mister. A single dot in the left, double dot on the right, double dot at the bottom, double dot at the top.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes, like this.
Okay.
Yes, Mister. Mister, by the way, I answered 2 questions.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
ترك الملحد ما answer.
مازن أجل this stuff.
ترك الملحد.
Okay. Did you write the answer here?
Yes, teacher.
Of course.
Okay, let's go to question number 6.
مازن أجل that, please. Please start.
First, we allow new student. If they couldn't, if there is no new student, we will go back to all of them. Okay?
Okay.
Khalid Al-Anizi.
Teacher Badran, I would like to answer, please.
Okay, Badran. Let's.
I answer, okay?
Okay, read the question, then give the right answer.
All of them?
1 and 2, 3, 4.
Okay. So an ionic bond is C, a force that holds together atoms that are oppositely charged. C.
C.
Question number 2. The formal unit of an ionic compound shows that it is B, simplest ratio of the ions. B.
B. Okay.
The overall charge of a formula unit for an ionic compound. A is always 0. A.
Always 0.
How many chloride ions are present in formula unit of magnesium chloride? Given that the charge on Mg ion is 2 plus C, 2.
2. Can you give me the chemical formula
For what?
for compound for the compound here?
I think it is Cl2Mg.
The,
We always write, but always start with writing the cation.
So Mg
Cl2.
Cl2.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I مازن على جدة؟
ترك المشهد مشطب.
Okay, مازن الجلدة.
Okay. Question number 5. Ionic
Wait,
bonds
wait,
generally
wait,
occur
wait,
between.
Wait. No, stop.
Ionic bonds generally occur between C, metals and non-metals.
Metals and non-metals. Okay. Continue.
6. Salts are example of ionic compounds. D.
Ionic compound.
7. A three-dimensional arrangement of particles in an ionic solid is called crystal lattice. A.
Crystal lattice.
8. In a crystal lattice of an ionic compound, it's B. Ions are surrounded by ions of the opposite charge.
B. Excellent.
B. Teacher.
Yeah. Continue. Mazen.
Hello.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Turkey.
Number 9. The formation of a stable ionic compound from ions is A, is always exothermic.
Exothermic. Okay.
Number 10.
Stop.
Okay.
Write the answer of these questions. Let's go to question number 10.
May I answer, Mister?
Turkey.
Yeah. Question 7.
Start from question 9.
From question 6?
9.
Okay. The formation of a stable ionic compound forms ions, which is A, is always exothermic. A.
Okay.
Question 10. In electron transfer involving a metallic atom and a non-metallic atom during ion formation, which of the following is correct? B. The non-metallic atom gains electrons from the metallic atom. B. The non-metallic.
Okay. Excellent.
May I answer question 7?
Okay. At the end of this class, I need all of you to write the answer of these questions, okay? And try to send it as soon as possible to the classroom, okay?
I already sent it, teacher.
Okay.
Teacher, may I complete?
I will send it now, okay, mister?
I saw 2 students who did send the worksheet, all of the worksheet. Okay.
Teacher, may I complete?
Okay. Who want to answer this question here?
مازن جبان teacher.
فيصل عبد الله مستر.
Okay, مازن الجلدة.
فيصل عبد الله. فيصل عبد الله. Let's see فيصل عبد الله.
Okay, thank you, mister. Okay, so the first one. Should I start the first one? Okay, mister. So, in pure metal, the valence electrons, mister, can be modeled as the C of electrons. Azaziyah of electrons. Yes. Number
Teacher
2.
Teacher,
Yeah.
sorry for interrupting you, Faisal. Teacher, can I excuse you? I should go now. I have an appointment.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. See
Valence
you later.
electron here. Here valence electron.
Valence electron, Mr. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Second question. The properties of alloys are often superior to the properties of the elements. Superior.
Okay. Here. Number 2.
Yes. Number 3. Oh, do you want to complete, Mr. Abdul Rahman?
I thought we were answering one.
Oh. Ionic compounds are composed of positive and negative ions, but the compounds themselves are electrically neutral.
Neutral. Here number 3.
Yes. Number 3, neutral. Number 4, at room temperature, most ionic compounds are crystalline solids.
Crystalline solids.
Crystalline solids. Yes.
Number
5.
4. Okay.
Yes.
I
In
need
general.
مازن عجل ليش؟
Oh.
complete عبد الرحمن الجيبان.
مازن
Abdurrahman.
عجل.
I saw
Yes.
3 questions, Mr.
Okay. Write these words. Write the answer of statement 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And let's go to the
Okay.
rest of the question.
Mister, thank you for choosing me 3 times.
Okay.
My answer?
You said
No.
Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman.
Yes.
Oh, you
Number 5. In general, ionic compounds have what melting points? High melting points.
High melting point. High melting point.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Number 6. Ionic compounds exhibit the property of electrical conductivity when they are melted or in an aqueous solution. Conductivity.
Conductivity.
Yes. Number 7. The watt of a representative element is also the number of valence electrons it has. The group number.
The group number of representative element is also the number of valence electron it has. Okay, continue.
Yeah.
Number 8.
مازن عجل.
He said it, huh? When an atom loses one or more valence electrons, it becomes a positively charged ion, also known as a cation. So positively
Okay,
and cation.
Mazen.
Yes.
Number
9. When an atom gains or more valence electrons, it becomes a negatively charged ion, also known as an anion.
Anion. Excellent. Continue.
Number 10, interstitial alloys have smaller atoms that fit into the spaces between larger atoms. Interstitial D. And substitutional alloys have component atoms that are roughly equal in size. So first one is interstitial and second one is substitual.
Excellent.
Substitution, yes. And number 11, the valence electrons largely determine the chemical properties of an element and are usually the only electrons used in chemical bonds. So the first one in question 11 is chemical properties, and the second one is chemical bonds. Number 12, metallic atoms tend to lose valence electrons to produce a positively charged ion. And most non-metallic atoms achieve a complete octet by gaining or sharing electrons. So in number 12, first one is lose and second one is sharing.
Sharing. Excellent. Excellent.
My answer, Mr. ترك الملح كويسنيك.
ما زاد.
Okay, here write the electron configuration of metal and circle the electron lost when each metal forms a cation. Magnesium, aluminum, and potassium. Okay.
ترك الملح
We
Mr.
have enough time to answer this question. Okay, we have only 1 minute. So thanks for everyone. Okay, who
You're welcome, Mr.
in this class. We try to answer the rest of these the rest of these questions, question 8 and 9 and 10 and so on. Okay. When you finish the worksheet, please send it
You're welcome, Mr.
as soon as possible to the Google Classroom so I can see who did the homework. Okay, thanks for everyone.
Thank you,
very
Mr.
much, teacher.
You're welcome, Mister.
Goodbye.
Mister,
Thank
I
you.
sent it. I sent it, Mister.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, teacher.